Yep. So once you install this one, .NET, then it will bring in new options for you. Anyone ready with task capture?
You mean to say, Bajrang, I have uploaded it. Uploading it. I guess it will take some more couple of minutes.
Yeah, let it take. Okay, go with community license.
Utilizations.
Click on agree. It's already downloaded, right? Why are you installing it again? It's already installed. Wait for it to open.
Okay.
Click on start and search for task capture. Yeah, the first one. TASK. Yeah. Yes. Click on OK. Yes. Okay, open task capture again. I think it's loading. Hmm.
Community license, huh?
Yes. Don't show that button. Don't show it again. Yes. I'm there for you to give the trainings. Okay. So here we have few settings on the language, text size, and all. You can check with that here. Capturing, if you want to stop anything or resume and pause, then F10 and F9 to stop the capturing. So this is place keyboard inputs under the text in the description. So whatever the text is, or you can select it during the process as well.
Basically, Vajrang, what is this task capture all about?
Let's wait. Stay on. Stay. We'll talk about it.
Hmm.
Okay. See, we are talking about PDD creation, right? We have a
Hmm.
sample PDD as well. So what PDD will contain? PDD will contain step-by-step process of each and every click that we need to do. So other than that, we have multiple other things. But to create that PDD, it's also a task. So for to do that, UiPath actually released something called UiPath Task Capture.
This is specially only for creating PDDs.
Exactly, PDDs and flows. See, in normal conditions, you will not have an option to create flow diagrams. So what tool you can use? You can use task capture.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's capture the process and let's see what are we doing. preparing environment. Let's open. So this is what we need to work on, right? Calculator. So take calculator as any other application that we need to automate. It doesn't mean that only calculator need to be done. Okay. Start capture. So first thing is we need to click on first number and then whatever the operator is and then whatever the second number is. Okay. And then hit on equal to. So as we click, see the changes over here. Okay. So let's take this, select all, take this, copy. Okay, so that's our single process. There is no other process, right? We need to
Yeah.
click on two buttons and then plus and then equal to and then capture the item. Stop. So now if you see calculator, okay, detect, view detected. So see here, you can just add click first button, first number, click operand. So whatever it is, plus, minus or anything. So here, click second button or number here. Click equal. Now this process is a manual process. Okay, so a developer will not know initially everything. He will just understand the process from the business or from BA or from client, or else he cannot directly dig in and automate anything, right? He need to have a process of steps. He need to have a list of items. Okay, now once we capture all the items, okay, so here we have this. Let's see, let's go back. First number, second number. Okay, let's do a control Z. Yep, first number, operand, second number, and then equal, click equal. And then copy text, fetch result or get result. So are these our steps? Do we have any other step?
These are the steps we follow in calculator.
Select all. So here we are clicking on right clicking and clicking on select all. Here copying text. Okay, and then pop up, click copy. So this may or may not be required, but actual process is this. That's what someone is telling us.
So
So
this is all is preparing by the BS. We are not into the picture now, right?
if BA is not available, you need to prepare.
Acha, okay. Even okay. That is what my doubt was. So okay. So
Here
So it is
you
like
tell me.
it is like a recording in a studio, right?
Hmm. It can be treated as recording in studio. But there you will get what to click, where to click and all. Here this will be documentation.
Okay.
Okay. Now if you want, you can go ahead and export it to code directly. So this is one of the best feature. GitHub, API developer in 30 days. And
Raju 123 is the folder.
Raju 123. So let's create a new folder called task capture. Let's save it. Now, if you directly open this file, the best thing with Studio, with this UiPath task capture is you can directly create a flow here and convert it into code directly.
Mhm.
Though you may need to change. So, do you know what is the use of recording option? And when do you record in UiPath Studio? We can write each and every activity by dragging and dropping, right? Why do we need
Yes.
record?
To get the selectors, correct selectors.
You can directly select it by using indicate element.
Mm.
Need to use the
See, simple thing. Now, if there are 100 steps or 50 steps, and if you keep on dragging and dropping each and every item, how much
yeah
time will it take?
yeah
Okay,
That's time consuming.
yes, that's time consuming. And also, here, if you see, so are you using your Office or community version?
Community.
So you may need to upgrade if required. But yes, let's go with this. So in the latest version, you will not have all this. You will have only one recording. See, basic, desktop, web, all these will actually help you to easily automate. Like the structure will be formed easily. Once you have the complete structure like this one, all you need here is to just go ahead and validate and update. Other than that, do you need anything else?
no
So that is the reason we can go ahead and use this. Okay, see here again. Click standard. This particular item is not giving me the correct image. Okay, see here. Though we got all the click activities, it is not giving me the exact values. So this can work only to create as a skeleton, but this cannot create a complete code for you. Okay, but let's try to debug and see if that's working or not. At least it should click on something, right, in calculator. If it is working. Execution
so can,
started. Yes, tell me.
so can I use this task capture in Excel?
Task capture in Excel, yes, you can use. You can use it
So
in any
what?
tool, any application.
Okay.
So if you just hit on this, so see here, this thrown an error because the class title, everything got incorrect. But since you already got the skeleton, all you need is just to update the selectors. Okay. We will also do one more thing, that is close file. Just a second. File, export, Word document. Okay. So here, let's update the title as calculator PDD. Okay. And author is Adarsh. or Raju, and then hit on. Now, so the description is automate mathematical operations. Simple. I am just giving you the basics, but in a real time, you need to change according to the requirement. Now, images quality, I'm keeping it to high. Images size also, I'm keeping it to full. So I have two templates. I can create many templates, but here are the two templates. So I can pick anyone. So I'm clicking Automation Hub, PDD. The content will be same, by the way. Documents, GitHub. So whatever I'm saving, I'm trying to save it in my GitHub only. Just remember that so that I need not copy and paste everything again. Okay. Calculator PDD.
Vajrang, I have a question. So, through this task capture, we can work on in a Citrix environment as well.
Yeah. Task capture can scrape the screen, right? So you can work.
Yeah, but Citrix, right? We need to log in from here to somewhere else. Now that's when I got stuck.
See, Citrix again, that will be as an image automation when you're logging in.
Yes.
So images will be captured. Okay. See here. With the process definition document, PDD. Calculator PDD is the name that's automatically popped up. Table of content. What do we have? What is the purpose of this document? Objectives. Who are the key contacts? Prerequisites for automation. So for this automation to come in place, do we need calculator application open or available in our machine, or do we don't need it?
It's
Should
already
available.
It should be available, right? So we need to take that. Here we will have as is process flow, and as well as detailed process map. We'll check with that later. But let's see with as is process to be process. So what is the as is process and what is to be process?
as this process is a manual process.
Exactly. What is
And
to
to
be
be
process?
process is the
Automated.
automation.
Okay. See, the client said that okay, you need to go to calculator, open calculator, and do 7 plus 3 and get fetch me the result. Now, if you can directly do it in code, like input plus input, first input plus second input, and can get the output without using calculator. So, will that be a feasible solution? Because we don't depend on calculator
No.
application. Why it cannot be a feasible solution?
Here we need to use calculator, right?
See, having a calculator or using a calculator is as per the client requirement, he is doing it.
Okay.
As a developer, if you can find a different solution which is optimally good and which can give the exact same results, then
Yeah, we can go with that, but we cannot change the process map now as they are doing it manually.
no, we can change. See, we are not changing the process of adding two numbers.
Mm.
We are still doing that.
But in a different way.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then we can go with our solution.
Exactly. So see here. Now, when we are trying to scrape some values or when we are trying to get some values, okay, let's close this and then we'll have the discussion. Please have that as a question that should be answered at the end. Okay, you need to make me remember. So if there are any application exceptions, and how are we handling those exceptions? Exception handling, what are we doing? Known business rule exceptions, unknown business rule exceptions. So all these details we'll have. Now let's update or fill this completely. Okay. So the objective is business objectives, expected business objectives. So here we can automate accounting process. Let's take it as accounting process. Okay, so the purpose of document is to give us the outline as is and to be. So here key stakeholders is what we have. Here the main person is Raju. Okay, so let's say that it is Spock. Now I can write my own name here, and I will be the PM, project manager, and Vajrang, and my number is 9492. So these are only to give information on whoever are working on the current project. Okay, so minimum prerequisites filled in process definition document. Test data should be available. Like this document should be completed. All the test data should be available. Users access to user accounts and creations, licenses, everything should be created. Credentials should be provided. So if you are going with some application, so if you don't have credentials, then it will not be able to work, right? So these are the minimum prerequisites. Do you have any prerequisites? You can add it on top of this. Okay. For
Okay.
example, a shared folder should be created. Should be created uh, with name robot and path must be accessible to robot user. So a robot user is also a different login. That's it. Just treat a robot as a different login for a computer. Here we have users, right? So who is the current user? Raj is the current user. But can we add more members to this computer? By using add account or anything? Do you know how to add a new user or not? Just tell me that. Am I on mute?
Yeah, Bajrang, we know.
Okay. Thank God. Please respond if I ask you a question. Okay. See, the thing is, you can treat Raju as a robot if robot name is Raju. In my machine, if I have 10 users, I can create one user for robot, and I can give login and credentials for that robot. So that's how you can treat it as a user will be a robot. Simple thing. A person can be replaced by a robot. Now here we are trying to give access. Now as is the process description. So yesterday in the notepad we have team notes, we have written step by step process, right? Process description. Can you please add it
Yes.
up here? Okay, before that, so this is not the complete process where we need to do it. So let's fill this. Process area is accounting. Or you can say this as payroll as the process area. And department is accounting. Okay. Now, roles required for this a user account. Okay, there is no need for admin, right? To use this calculator. Process frequency. When do we need to do this? Monthly once on last Friday. So this process we are telling that this should run only on last Friday of the month at 10 a.m. Number of times the process is ran by selected frequency. How many times is it running? So
One
here
time.
we can take it as monthly. Okay, so this is the frequency every month once. Okay. Next, process execution time. How much time is it having? So this is the time that we have recorded our process. We took it by default, but if you want to change, you can change it.
So
Okay,
this is the automation time, right?
exactly. So process restrictions, if there are any restrictions that are in place. For example, this application is from morning 10 a.m. Daily to 8 a.m. or from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. The process should not trigger.
Okay.
Okay, or it should not work on weekends.
Hmm.
So that we can mention here. And let's assume that on one particular season from February or January, 2 months, you will have peak period where instead of creating 100 pay scales or 100 salary accounts, you need to create 1,000 every year.
Hmm.
So that can be treated as process restriction or peak periods. Like at this point of month, you will have maximum number of items to be processed.
Hmm.
Okay, so now peak volume increases, how many more you can get other than the normal volume, and number of team size. So currently we are a team of how many members do we have in the team? Let's see. Um, okay, okay, teams. Just a second. Manage channel. Okay, we are a team of 10 members. So let's say that we are having 10-member team. Okay. Now expected increase during the next periods. So year on year, how much increase can it happen? For example, today a person have we have 10 members in our team, but in next month I can expect 20% increase to the current strength. So I need to, though it's increased, I need to raise the salaries, right, for each and every person. Payslip should be
Yes.
generated. So what is that percentage of increase? What are you expecting? So all these are expectations. This is not solution. All these are only expectations purely on the existing experience that someone has.
Hmm.
Now, input data, PDF invoices. But what do we have? We have an Excel with uh, all the information, all data to be added. So that is the input data description. What if this comes from a queue, orchestrator queue? This becomes orchestrated transaction queue item. So this is the input.
Okay.
So what is the output? Okay, email of the payroll to be generated and sent. Email must be sent for each and every person with their payslips. Okay, see, generating payslip, every person will get a payslip once they are into an organization, right? So if there are 1,000 members, a HR cannot process each and every payslip. So if we have a robot for it, it will be easier for HR. Directly, they can run this robot and they can fetch the results
Okay.
and send the results. No applications used. What are the applications that are used and all? So next, application name is calculator for this process. And version, what is the current version? There can be 2021. Okay, or Windows 11 version. Application language. So do we need to have separate languages that a developer must be aware of?
Okay.
Okay.
Language in the sense.
See, our language is English. If you go to Chinese, they will be Mandarin.
Okay.
So language is English. So what is the difference between thick client and thin client? So any application that is installed in your desktop is a thick client. Okay. For example, calculator, Chrome is a thick client, and Teams is a thick client. Word document is a thick client. Okay. But
Okay.
the website that we are going to open, or the remote desktop. See, when we are trying to automate items or something from remote, or even if you have an understanding of Citrix, so what Citrix will do, you need to log in, it will download a single file, and then you can work on that particular VM. Is it correct?
Mm.
So those kind of applications that will allow us to work on a different machine are thin clients.
You're just like SaaS portal,
Exactly. So this calculator, is it a thick or thin client?
thick.
Yes. Now, environment access method. So how are we accessing this particular direct access, right? Or
Yes.
if it is a production environment, or what is that environment? Prod one. Okay. So there are no comments needed. But other than this, do we have any other application we are currently using?
Excel.
Exactly. So is it what is the version?
20,
Let's take it as
2021.
21. English. Is it a thick client or thin client?
Thick.
So prod can still stay one. Prod one.
What is prod?
Production environment. If it is dev environment. Okay. Now you can just check it over here. They haven't given any data, but that's fine. Okay. So add more rows in the table to complete the list of applications that we are currently using. Okay. So here you go with the process. Nice. Now as is process map and high level process map. So as is process map, what is the as is process map you can write? So first thing, this should be in an image, but normally what can be a process map? Read Excel data.
So
Excel
it should be
data.
a flowchart right here.
Exactly. So read Excel data uh, for each input, for each row. Um, for each row, perform.
Assigning the
No, that is step-by-step process. Like this should be like a simple process for a user to understand. Read Excel data for each row, perform arithmetic operation, um, perform arithmetic operation.
okay. No need of mentioning all the activities here.
Correct. Perform arithmetic operation, extract result. Okay, and then fill it back in Excel. Send result over email. Send output over email. So whatever the step-by-step high-level processes that can be understood from high-level process map. Like you can start, there are 5 steps, you have pop-up, you have, and then open calculator, close. So these are different high-level
Mm.
process map. But here, what do we have? A simple as is process map so that you can check the data. Even if you don't fill this one, that's fine. But this is just to give you an understanding. You can directly go with 3.1. But again,
Okay.
3.1 also has the same steps, right? You can directly cut it and paste it over there if you don't want it here. Okay. So automation, just pasting it so that from the image they can get it directly, and from the text also they can get it what we are doing.
Okay.
Okay, we still have 10 more minutes, so let's complete it within the 10 minutes. So detailed process map is what we need to see on each and every step. Okay, that's not yet drawn, so we'll draw it. So we have calculator, and one more window that we are getting is pop-up host. That right click we did, right, to copy the data. That one. So as is steps, action number 1, action number 2. Okay, insert. Let's wait. FIR. So click first number. How much time is it taking? We need to use a click activity here. So see, each and every click we are able to see it over here. So can we take this document and we convert this into code? All it says is click on one, click on the first item, and click on operand. Okay, see here, click on operand and action is click. And here we have the next one. Click on second button. Click on equals. Click on get result. Click on select all. Copy the text. Click on copy. So are these the steps that we are manually doing now?
Yes.
So those steps are automatically available, or using the task capture tool, we are able to extract or create this complete PDD.
Yeah. So whatever actions we are doing, it will reflect over here, right?
Correct. Okay. So what are the actions that we are doing? We can also take it from here. For example, see, in this particular process, and moreover, every company has their own PDD structure. There is not a requirement that you need to have only this structure, but the standard will be same, or the side headings or the descriptions will be same. Okay. 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 So now, do we have input structured? Like, is it having first name, first number, second number, and operand? So are they structured properly?
Yes.
So it is structured. What is an unstructured data? Let's say that in an Excel, in a notepad, sorry, here, just a second. So in a notepad, if I write something like first, second result, okay, 1 tab, 2 tab, 3 tab, okay, 3 tab, 4. So now if you see, when you read the text, is it in a structured format or is it in an unstructured format?
Structure format only.
This is an unstructured format. This is completely a text.
How?
Okay. Now when you read an Excel, how will you get the data? You will get in rows, columns,
Yeah.
and you can get what is the first row, first column. But from here, can you get what is the first row, first column?
Acha, no.
Is it first row, first column?
No.
How can you differentiate it? Okay.
Page.
So whenever they say it's a structured format, it means
Mm.
that you can directly take the data without any further modifications, or even if there are modifications required, you can directly know what exactly you need to take.
Mm.
But from this text file, when you read the text file, what will you get? You will get first, second result, 1, 2, and 4, 3, 4.
Mm.
Is it structured?
No.
So that's what an unstructured data is. For example, if you read data from PDF, everything you get as a single text.
Okay.
But if it has something like, okay, let's take the same value and let's try something like this. Every file will have only two items. First, second. Okay. First
Mm.
number is 3. The second number is 4. And if you want to add multiple items, you need to have multiple files. The file should only have inputs, two inputs.
Okay.
Now this is structured data because using string operations, you can get what is the first number and what is the second number.
Okay.
Okay. The way how we see structured data depends on different scenarios. If you are able to get the structure or if you are able to get what exactly the input meant, then it is structured data.
Means we have to compare. Suppose we have two files.
Hmm.
If one file is structured in one way and another file is structured in different way, so we can say those things are unstructured data.
Exactly.
Okay.
If it has correct format, then you will be able to find out what exactly it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the action one sample is Excel, and input type is also Excel, and location is shared folder. So native, if the data was originally created digitally, example Excel or database reports, etc. So if it is non-native, then those are scanned images. So is it a scanned, is it a native digital item for us? Excel or non-native?
No, native.
Yes, it's native. So in the same way, we need to add more inputs.
Yeah.
Whatever the inputs are, we need to add it over here. Next, to be process description. So here, this is where we can change our. So again, see here, this will be cross-checked by the solution architect, whoever creates it. Okay, so though it can be created by a developer, though it can need to be created by a business analyst, it need to be cross-checked by a solution architect like me, so that I can understand it if the process is completely available or do we have any loopholes in between, so I can identify. Okay. Now this is parallel initiatives. So other than working with this particular process, this below table capture the process, businesses, process or application changes to be made in near future. For example, in calculator upgrade. So when we are upgrading the calculator, then we can have altogether a different UI. So when we have a different UI, then this can be changed, right?
Mm.
So do we have anything in place? Process or actions where it is identified. So where did we identify? In the initiation or in the documentation stage. So impact, what is the impact? So high impact. Okay. So what is the expectation? Because we need to change each and every button if the UI is changed. We are completely depending on relying on the buttons, right? UI.
Yes.
Okay. So expected completion date. So let's say that it will be completed by Jan 1, 2022. And person, who is the person? Any person, we can take Muhammad as the person whom we can contact for that particular person, for that particular change. Okay. Now here, in scope for RPA. What is in scope for RPA? Addition of two numbers is in scope for RPA. In the same way, if we are working on payroll processing, generating payslip is in scope. Now,
Sending emails.
yeah, generating emails, sending emails, everything.
Okay.
Okay. But what can be out of scope?
Which cannot be automated, like a human interaction is required for outscope.
So I am not able to control the screen. Can you please check why? Okay, I'm stopping the screen. Can you please give me the access again, Raju? I think he went offline. Raju, can you please hear me? Okay. So, what is the out scope for this bot is, for example, we need to process only payrolls. Should granting a leave be a in scope or out scope for this particular process?
Out scope, right? Because we need to
Exactly.
check a
So,
lot of aspects.
exactly, granting a leave is out of the scope. Maintenance of the application, because calculator, we are not maintaining the calculator application, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, we
even
are.
so any changes or anything, if the calculator application is down, RPA team or bot is not responsible for it.
Like version change.
So maintenance of the application I'm talking about.
Okay.
So whatever bot we are creating, so other teams are not responsible for the maintenance of robots, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
As an RPA developer, it's your responsibility.
It's in
Mm.
scope, yes.
So when they are using our robot in their in their process, so if they have a process, they will write that maintenance of RPA bots is not in our scope, but that will have an impact. If the robot is not working or if the process is not working, their process will be impacted. Is it right or not?
Yes.
So in the same way, for our process, if calculator is not working, then it will be a problem for us. So that is out of the scope. Okay, can you please scroll down, Raju? What happened to your machine?
Yeah, actually power went off.
No.
Hello?
Yeah, got it. So can you send the file over the Teams channel so that I can open it in my machine?
Okay. This one.
Yeah. You can stop the screen share. Okay. So were you able to understand what are we doing for this complete? So we took 1 hour to understand what is the PDD. Okay. So any questions on this?
So as a RP developer, do we need to put more focus on task capture while attending the interviews also, Vajran?
If they ask you, do you know task capture? Then you can say, yes, we know task capture. It is used to document the process and create high flow diagrams. Okay.
So is it mandatory to use the task capture for every process?
Okay. Just assume if I want to create a process, manually all the template, fill all the template, how much time will it take to record each and every step, take a screenshot, and you can see that red button or red highlighting over each and every click that we are doing. Have you observed it?
Yeah.
To update that red button or to update that red square and to show that this is what you need to click. How much time will it take?
Right. It will take more time compared to task capture.
Exactly. So task capture is a tool that you can use. Even if you
Mm.
don't use it, no one will say there can be multiple other tools other than the task capture who can do it more efficiently,
Okay.
which can do more efficiently. But I'm saying here, this is one of the way how you can create the document.
Okay.
In your organization, there can be different process altogether or different tool altogether. You can just learn the tool and create your own process or record.
Mhm.
Do we have the file in the chat?
No, Vajrang, can you just guide me? How can I do? Just have went to the RP developers files, create a new.
No, that's there in the GitHub. So can you just commit the code?
Oh, okay.
Just save the Word document and commit the code. But why are you not able to share the screen when you have the internet?
No, you told me to stop the screen sharing, na? So
Because that was stuck.
stopped.
Because that was stuck.
Oh, in between power went off. Again, I connected back. Okay, so you want me to?
So tomorrow, what we will do is we will create all our calculator code in RE framework. So before doing that, I wish everyone to understand the process or to check back our meeting that we had in the second session or third session regarding RE framework, because we will be digging directly into the code. Okay.
Okay.
And the second thing I would like to mention, how many of you are yet to prepare your resumes? Please be frank and tell me.
Yes, Bajrang Mohammed.
Yeah,
Still,
Mohammed.
I'm editing that project. I'm understanding the processes which I have worked earlier, right?
Wrong decision, Mohammed. See, you can understand this anytime. Maybe tomorrow you will get an interview. If you are able to crack it, then is it really necessary to understand the process first and to get it?
Yes, Bajrang. Then today only I decided by the end of today I'll definitely upload.
I need to have everyone's resume by today end of the day. You see the video, you don't see the video, I least care about it, but I need to have all your resumes.
Yes, Bajrang.
Okay, please do whatever I instruct you to do. Because see, just understand. I think Shankar is the better person to tell. Shankar, you are available?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Shankar, how many members of your team created your resumes from the beginning, as I said?
Everyone is prepared.
Eg-
Everyone,
Everyone prepared, and were they able to attend the interviews?
yes, while attending classes itself, we are attending the interviews and
Exactly.
come up with the interview questions and discuss in the uh, you know, uh, the sessions actually.
Exactly. So, thank you, Shankar. So, when you complete this resume and when you start attending the interviews, then you will get more questions like, why am I asked this question and what is the answer? See, the first interview you may fail, but you should know where you failed, right?
Yes.
If you are not able to understand where you failed, then what is the use of learning all these things? Okay, by the way, anyhow, so there are important 300 interview questions that are available here. So all these are basic interview questions that are taken from online. So this is I'm just giving you a link to access it. So please use this copy. People in my organization can edit, or you can just view it. So just apply. Okay, so you can just view it and you can download it as well. So please check that. I want resumes of each and every person. And if you are asking me again where the resumes or sample resumes are, that are there in the GitHub. I hope you know that. You are aware of it. GitHub in version
Yes.
So
folder.
Bajrang, just tell me now. Here I have so many changes. This task calculation. Which one I should take? I'm getting little confused here.
Can you please share your screen?
It's already shared.
No, I stopped and I shared my screen. Please do it. Yes, if you have any questions, let's take them, or else our meeting for today is completed.
So may I know what is the use of snippets?
See, snippets are like pre-built code that can be maintained in an organization. For example, there is SAP login, and if you can maintain it as a snippet, you can give it to all your team members, right?
Okay.
So do they need to create one more SAP login if they already have a code?
No.
That's not required. So that
So
can be a
reusable.
reusable component. So there are different reusable components like libraries, reusable packages, and all. Snippets is one way that can give you a UI information directly.
It's something like ready-made template. Vajrang, we can use that
Correct.
snippets.
Correct. Raju, I'm still not able to see the screen.
Oh, is it? Share the screen.
I think none of them.
Vajrang, in order to Vajrang Mohammed here.
Tell me, Mohammed.
So before 1 month or 2 months back, I have downloaded Task Capture. In order to update that one, so As like UiPath, we can update or how come, Vajram? Do I need
Just
to?
download it like how Raju downloaded it, searched it and downloaded, right? Latest version.
Yeah,
You can download and
yeah, yeah, yes.
you can take it and update.
Yeah, Vajram.
Okay,
Can you
Raju.
see now? Can you see now?
No, but okay. Okay, guys, let's disperse. I will check with Raju on what is the issue that's having. If you want to still stay, you can stay. Raju, yeah, please just share the screen. I cannot see the screen.
I shared Vajran. 3 times I shared my screen.
I think that was the problem. Share only once. Share
No,
only
no.
once.
I mean, like 3 times I did means canceling and again doing. Okay,
Exactly.
wait.
So while you're doing that, things are getting closed. Do one thing, Raju. Connect back to the meeting and then share it.
Okay, okay.
Just wait a second. Everything is blank. Okay, he left. Great. So any more questions you have? Meanwhile, if you want, you can ask. So I will be taking one mock interview for one of you during our training session tomorrow. So please be available with all the answers and also please be ready with your resumes. I can pick up anyone. And Trishula.
Vajrang, we can take after 1 week now. That's why we'll get to know more on RE framework and we'll like.
Mohammed, there is no best time to take interviews. Even after 1 week, if I take it, you will have the same issues.
But as my concern is, you're gonna take only one
okay.
each person, right?
Okay. Yes.
Only once.
No problem, Raju. So no problem, Ahmad. See, this is not mandate like I will take only once for a person. So
Okay.
this is the requirement of the team.
Okay, understood, Vajra.
Okay, this is not like okay, I since you paid money, so Mohammed need to have one interview. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about for a question that you are having, how can you answer? So the same way someone else in the team, for example, Neha can also answer in the same way you are answering, and she will also
Yes.
get benefit from the same mock interview, right? It's not like only Neha will get it if I take Neha interview.
No, yes, correct.
Okay, so opportunity will not come when you want. You need to take it up when it's already available for you. Okay, save it and go to GitHub desktop, please. Yep, and then just commit it, update it, task capture for today. Everything you can update. Now, Raju, add summary and update. Yes, commit to main. On the right side, you can see pull origin. So first you need to pull the origin to make any change. Daily, our practice is whenever we start our work, we will see if there are any changes made by other developers. So for that, we'll just pull it so that the code changes are available in our local. Then we will update the changes. Okay, push to origin. And make a pull request, please. Create a pull request. So you can directly go into repository and then you can do that. Yep. How many of you are good with GitHub before joining, and what is your status now? Are you able to understand what are repos and how the code is maintained and all? Were you able to do that? Make a pull request, please. Pull request on the top left. Yeah. Sarita, were you able to understand?
Yes, Vajrang. I mean,
You
I
also
forgot few things, but
you were
I
able to
forgot few things. Sorry,
y-
Vajrang.
you were able to make a pull request, right? And you were able to see the changes in the main.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, Vajrang.
Raju, you need to create new pull request. One more pull request. Let me accept your previous pull request so that we can get it for github.com. Pull request. Yeah, is it done? You're on mute, I think, Raju.
How Ajran? Yeah.
Is the pull request completed? Pull request. So yes, task capture is done. So I think everyone can do a fetch upstream and then check the values, whatever PDD that we have created. Task capture is done, Raju. But that's not yet updated, is it? Yeah, calculator PDD, we have it.
Why I'm not able to do it, Vajran?
It's done.
He has to. Yes.
It's done. It's done. The code is already pulled. If you can just check it. Yes, that's done already.
This is okay. I have to see in your GitHub folder, na?
Correct.
This is my
Correct. It's not GitHub folder in repo. Go to code.
repo. Okay.
Yeah. Go to code. Yes. RP developer in 30 days. Click on Raju. See, calculator process automation 256. It's completed. Okay. We have calculated task capture, calculator automation. Okay.
Okay.
You can browse the files, but tomorrow we'll just connect and see how we can. Let's do a mock interview as well. And I've asked you to raise a question at the end. Anyone remember? If you don't remember, I cannot answer it.
Yeah. Yes.
About as is and to be.
Exactly. So as this process, see, I don't know if that is the real question, but I'm going to answer it. So as this process is whatever process that we are currently doing, and to be process is what we plan to do with our robot.
Means a business point of view, their process is a as is process, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And whatever solution that we are proposing is a to be process.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, Vajran. Thank you.
Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Prepare your resumes. If you are not preparing your resume, you are doing very blunder mistakes. Please
Okay.
do it immediately.
Yeah, sure.